So apparently, being average today is an insult. In other news, the sky is blue. But let's see what this woman has to say about it, and we're going to give a commentary about it, and we're going to try to learn something today about freedom, fun, and adventure from this video. So let's go.
Something I realized a long time ago is that women are not allowed to be ugly. No matter what you have, what you've accomplished, what you've done, what you succeeded in, being an ugly woman is unforgivable in society.
This generation, everybody want to be a bully. We bully for somebody for the way they look, the way they talk, how they dress, how they act, the type of music that they listen to. This is why nobody can be themselves, because everybody want to be a big bully on the internet.
We are living in the age of ununiqueness, online mean girls, and the public shaming of natural bodies. And honestly, it's getting ridiculous.
Before she gets into it too much, the reason that this is a thing is because thanks to social media, people have forgotten what it felt like to get punched in the mouth. And I feel like this is an experience that people need to have. It was a very canon event. A lot of people growing up thought they could make fun of people until somebody put boot to ass and they realized, you know what, maybe I should just be a nice guy. And I think that we need that again. We need that because people think that they could just say and do whatever they want until they run across the right person on the right day and they teach them something. And look, I don't want it to have to be me, but I'll do it for you. And I don't want to have to do it. While I'm doing it, I'm going to let you know, like I'm going to whisper in your ear, like you too old for me to have to do this to you, man. But people need to learn respect. People need to learn to not be bullies. But people are not going to learn that by us just telling them, yo, chill out. We need to either shame these people, block these people, or knock them in their freaking teeth.
As a woman, all I want to do is exist. But with the constant pressure of beauty standards, it feels like existing isn't enough anymore. Now, this video is not a rant. This is a breakdown. We're going to talk about the history of how we even got here, how platforms like TikTok are slowly morphing into Instagram 2.0, why bullying people for being normal is somehow trendy, and how every woman is not and does not have to be a baddie. So
That one is going to hit a lot of people the wrong way, because there's a whole sect of women on the internet who says almost every woman is a baddie. I've seen videos of women who go to these dating events, which in 2026, I don't know why we think this is still a good idea. If y'all ain't learned by this point, you're never going to learn though. So women go to these dating events and they're like, I walked in and all of the women were gorgeous. They were all baddies. All of them they looked so amazing. And it's like, yo, come on, man. So a room full of 50 people and all 50 women were just amazingly gorgeous and beautiful. You know that also means that none of you are? Never mind. What I'm saying is that telling women that not all women are baddies is sometimes seen as an insult, but it's not an insult. It's just the truth. I'm not trying to pretend like I'm like a Casanova or anything like that. Trust and believe, men understand where we are in the depth chart. So trust and believe, we know. But telling women that not all women are baddies can sometimes be seen as you're like a woman hater. Some might even call you a pick-me.
So let's talk about it, because honestly, the pressure is only getting worse. Now, I'm not saying you have to subscribe. You are a classy woman. You do not give that up for free. But hopefully at the end of this video, we become bestie enough to where you feel like you can take that next step. So let's start with the root of it all. The place that's been slowly shaping how we see ourselves and how we judge others. Social media. But I want to highlight the platform that started all this mess. The one that taught us to chase aesthetics over authenticity. The one that made filters a norm, perfection the goal, and comparison a daily habit. If you haven't guessed it by now, we're talking about Instagram.
That is incorrect. Instagram did not do that. And I know you might say, well, the people on Instagram did. No. Well, yes, but no. Here's the thing. Instagram did understand imperfection. That's why initially you couldn't upload onto Instagram. If you wanted to post, you had to take a picture through the app. There was no upload feature and there were no DMs. People still curated their pages because it was a photography based app. And then eventually over time, yeah, that kind of degraded, but the filters were so that you can take a photo that may be a little imperfect, but add your own little flair to it. The filters were like image filters, like Nashville, Rio de Janeiro, black and white, noir, sepia, monotone, things like that, where it's a photo filter for the scenery. It wasn't a filter for your face. All right, Snapchat is the one that started doing that. People started taking their pictures on Snapchat, adding a filter, and then uploading it to other social media sites. So I'm not going to completely blame Instagram for this because it really wasn't Instagram's fault. It was you thoughts. But let's continue.
Y'all remember when Instagram took over? You really had to be there. There was a time where Instagram was the place to connect with friends and share real moments with the people that you knew and loved.
I was not outside when Instagram was a quirky, post how you want, how you feel, live, love, laugh type of app. No aesthetics, no trying so hard.
Back in the day, this app was goated. You would get on Insta and post whatever. Hooping with the bros, peanut butter, smiley face, hashtag baby carrots. Now I gotta worry about if my fit looks good, what caption I'm gonna use.
And now, it's kind of a different story, with some people complaining how they can barely even find their friends' post anymore. Their feed is just flooded with ads, sponsor content, and influencers.
I agree with that. I missed the chronological thing, and I feel like Instagram, TikTok, or whatever other social media you use, they need to have a feature to where you can turn your timeline chronological. But the reason they don't do it is because that's how they make their money. The people who post good content, their content is going to get pushed to more people, which is going to inherently keep more people on the app so they can run more ads and they can charge these companies more money. It's a financial thing. They don't give a damn about us. They're using us to make money. We're falling right into it. And so I think today's lesson is going to be freedom from these social media expectations. Remember, freedom, fun, and adventure. The whole thing's about emancipation. So we're going to emancipate ourselves from the idea that we have to fall into this identity of social media. That's why that guy was like, I got to make sure my fit is right. I got to make sure this and that. No, you don't. You can post how you want. You can use this app however you want. You have the free will. If you want to post your meal and be like hashtag smiley face peanut butter, you could still do that. The problem is you feel like you have to fit into this aesthetic. You feel like you have to fit into a certain category. The thing is, you don't. Emancipate yourself from that. Be free, live free. Use freeze, my brother. You can do whatever you want.
Instagram is dead nowadays. Don't even show me what my friends are doing anymore. I follow my friends, I never see their posts. Instead, I see a random cat doing a dance.
Slowly but surely, Instagram became the app for validation instead of inspiration. But not before TikTok made its entrance. That's when things really started to shift. A phrase that really sticks with me and also makes me giggle just a little bit is, this used to be a dancing app.
That's the goddamn truth. I haven't seen a new TikTok dance or like a new fun TikTok challenge in a very long time. Everybody's trying to sell a product. Everybody's trying to become rich and famous. Everybody's trying to be an influencer. I haven't seen anybody do this shit right here in a long ass time. And it's a crazy thing to me because this app used to be really fun. I remember before it was called TikTok, that you guys don't know this. Some of you may not know this. This app was called Musically. And people would come up here and do like, what's it called? Lip syncing. So they would find songs, they would lip sync to it, they would act out to it. And it was fun. And up until the pandemic, it was still fun. And then a little after the pandemic, when people realized you can make money off of it, it just completely degraded. And I still think it's a fun app. It could still be fun. But we as a collective need to decide to have fun on the app. We can't expect the app developers to want to do anything for us because they're trying to make a dollar. And if you're buying into it, then it's you who is to blame for the app going the way it is. You can't blame a wolf for being a wolf. You just should not be the victim sheep. You need to figure out what you need to do to still have fun.
Can we please go back to that era? It was something so fresh and new about TikTok. It was a new space, a new platform where people were just excited to be themselves, post cringy videos, and not worry about being perfect on. And don't get me wrong, when TikTok first came out, I was a professional hater. You could not pay me to download TikTok.
Look at you now, though. Probably a full-blown crackhead, ain't you?
It was very much giving, I'm not like other girls, I'm different. I refused to download TikTok, and I know a lot of us were like that too. But look at us now, scrolling like it's a full-time job. While TikTok was being...
I just realized I said the exact same phrase that she said, which means that I, like everybody else, has fallen into it. Like I'm saying social media phrases in real life, which is something I typically say that I can't stand, but I guess I'm falling into it too. I guess nobody's immune. I need to emancipate myself just like I'm telling you guys to emancipate yourselves.
Being upheld as a positive space to express yourselves, make people laugh, and even educate others. Instagram, on the other hand, was following a very different fate. As Instagram grew, it became the place where people could quietly view your stories, scroll past your posts, but never leave a like and comment.
Instagram is just a bunch of monitoring spirits, watching each other, peeping every move in somebody's story, but not commenting or liking or showing any support.
Instagram is definitely creeper energy. It's like dark, I don't really with you, but I want to know what you're doing in your life energy.
It became...
Here's the thing with that. That's your fault. You guys need to understand that that is your fault. You can make Instagram private to where people who you do not want to follow you don't follow you. You can completely make it to where that only your followers see your posts, and you can only follow your friends, and you can only allow your friends to follow you back. Emancipate yourself from this idea that people are creepy, because at the end of the day, you leave your profile open. Now, if your friends are viewing your stuff and not commenting, that's a little bit different. But if you guys really don't like the way things are on Instagram and TikTok, get back on Facebook. Facebook is still friend heavy, but you guys don't want friends. You want followers. You want to be praised. You want the validation. That's what it is. So let's call it what it is. You guys want validation and you're getting it on TikTok and Instagram. And now you guys are complaining that sometimes you're not getting validated as much as you want to be. And also, you need to understand nobody is obligated to like or comment on your posts. Please understand that. Get yourselves out that mindset.
It became the platform where people were very direct and unapologetic with their shade and backhanded comments.
Why did I post a get ready with me? And I also posted that same exact video on Instagram Reels. On TikTok, I have probably gotten maybe 2 comments. You go on Instagram, y'all, I've been blocking people left and right.
The more this happened, the more people moved over to TikTok. So how come bullying is becoming a trend over there too?
Is it just me, or is anyone else realizing how toxic TikTok comments are becoming? I feel like TikTok comments used to be a vibe, so funny. I would scroll through them and just laugh. TikTok comments also felt like content for me, like entertainment. But now it is so vile.
As an everyday user of TikTok, I've been noticing how a lot of the comments and phrases that we make trend are often twisted into tools to use for bullying.
Of course, because people are not used to getting punched in the mouth. People are protected. Their Twitter fingers, they're hiding behind the camera. They're not hiding behind the camera. They're hiding behind the phone, fake profiles. They don't have their real names or faces. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. I don't use my real name on anything when it comes to social media, because I just don't want you guys to have that level of information, because I freed myself from the idea that you need to know everything about me. I'm going to tell you a lot about me, but certain things like my name, I feel like is private. So I'm not going to tell people that. Now, I know people can easily find that information out. Keep certain things private. And when people are like bullies in the comment section, I don't even respond anymore. I report and block, report, block, report, block, report, block. I use the report feature so much, and it's real liberating. It's fun. I enjoy doing it. It's a block party and everybody's invited. You can join the block party whenever you want. And guess what? I'm going to have no issues blocking you. I block my own daddy. Come on now.
Some of our lucky runner-ups being, hey, so this is actually insane. Why is nobody hating? I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this. And one of my favorites, post this on IG Reels.
Yeah, post this on IG Reels because they know that it's toxic over there. They're just insulting you. They're like, oh, you're posting it on TikTok because you think it's a safe space? Go ahead and post it over there on IG, where it is a war zone. And honestly, if you really want to see some nonsense, post it on Twitter. I don't even know if Twitter's still really a thing, but post it on Twitter. See how that goes for you. And you'll realize, like, yo, people are rude. People are mean. People are crazy. And people just have a good time trolling people. Now, trolls used to be kind of funny. They'd come out there, like there's some like creative trolls. Like there's this troll that I see on social media all the time. It's like Mr. Obvious or Captain Obvious, where there'll be like a car that explodes and he'll come in the comment section and be like, hey, by the way, I don't think that car's supposed to do that. Hope that helps. That's hilarious. That's funny trolling. But it's like people are just straight up bullies now. And I think it's absolutely outrageous.
You can obviously see how chronically online I am.
The normalized culture of bullying on TikTok is a huge problem. I've lost count of the amount of videos I've seen of people who aren't conventionally pretty or can't sing just being hounded in the comments. Even the people just saying I ran to the comments, like you are adding to the bullying.
But I am not a sensitive person. I definitely can see a joke where a joke fits. But this TikTok I'm gonna play for y'all and the comments that followed crossed a line I never thought would be crossed.
My name's Haley and I'm a professional tennis player and I'm in Charleston and there's a player party tonight. Please help me decide what to wear. This is option 1 with kitten heels. Okay, please ignore my hair. I promise I'll get done later. This is option 2 with the green New Balances. It's giving cool. It's giving casual. Please help me decide. I have literally 30 minutes.
Now, some of you may be confused. This is just a video of a young woman going to TikTok to ask for advice on what outfit she should wear. But when the backhanded comments like just stay home or let's start with the hair first roll in, it becomes a breeding ground for mean girls to gather and show their true colors. I'm scrolling.
And notice that one of them had a fake image. Like I told you guys, people hide behind fake profiles. But the other person was a female. Women are the ones who keep up these crazy beauty standards more than anybody else. Like men might double tap on a chick with a BBL. And I want to put something out there. It's not like dudes necessarily like BBLs. Dudes just like naked women, and the chicks with BBLs just so happen to be naked more often. That's really just what it is. But men don't keep up these crazy body standards and these beauty standards. A lot of it is women. You guys bully each other in the comment section and then like try to put it on us. It ain't us, it's y'all.
Scrolling through these comments, I'm seeing comments like, is this an April Fool's joke? How about we just don't go anywhere? Somebody said, hi, are you serious? The hair is the least of your worries at this point. Just read a book tonight. Do we have options 3 and 4? Like, y'all, people are so mean.
And one of those was a guy, but the rest of them were all women. So that, like I said, the women are the ones holding up these beauty standards and the one bullying each other. You guys need to get that together. It's supposed to be girl power, like, women empowerment, rah, chick power, whatever it is, the sisterhood. But you guys are the worst. Like, with friends like this, who needs enemies?
With some of the comments even mentioning her body shape. This one, for instance, reads, the search being square body type outfits is crazy.
That is absolutely ridiculous. That is a dude commenting that, but he's more so like reacting to the fact that that is the search bar. Because you know, if you're on TikTok, if something is typed enough, it becomes the search. And he's more so just remarking at the fact that that is what the search is, meaning that that's what you people are saying. Y'all are ridiculous. Y'all are rude. Y'all are evil individuals that deserve to be punched in the goddamn face.
And someone comments under that, it's not though. People need to learn to dress for their body types. Like, I'm sorry. So now we have to dress for everyone else's approval and not for our own preference?
I just saw this tennis player come down my For You page. She just asked me what outfit she should wear to this little get together. Cute! I'm thinking outfit 2, the one with the green. That was real cute, but I love the kitten heels in outfit 1. I go in the comments thinking you trying to help her decide. You talking about something. Oh, you muscular. You're built like a square. What the is wrong with you?
Not to mention that was a young girl too. I mean, that's a young woman. She's an adult, but that's young. To me, under the age of like 25, 24, you're like a kid to me. I'm only 31. It's not like I'm crazy old, but the fact of the matter is, when I look at 20, 21-year-olds, because I have people that I know that are that young, to me, that's a child. And the fact that you guys are commenting on the body of somebody so young is crazy. That's why, although I don't necessarily agree with plastic surgery, I understand why some women go get it, because you guys are made to believe that you have to look a certain way. And a lot of times you're made to believe that by other women. Let's get that clear.
This used to be a dancing app. In the right day and age of the girls girl movement, there are a lot of mean girls hiding in the shadows.
And the way y'all ate me up on my birthday, y'all are not girls. Why y'all be preaching girls. I thought I was Big Stepper. I knew I was cute. I ain't wear no makeup. I was eating. Then I get on Instagram and I just see everybody sharing pictures and laughing. And I'm like,
I hate that her TikTok winded up on the For You page of the most vile mean girls that have nothing else to do but tear somebody else down.
What could they have possibly said to her? That was not an unattractive woman. So you mean to tell me that even like the attractive women are getting bullied out here? Nobody's safe then. This is absolutely bonkers.
Haley, I hope your pillow is cold on both sides tonight. But as sad as I am to say this, I'm really not surprised at the energy that's shown towards her, because we are currently living in the time of always needing to step. And if you don't know what that means, it's a common term that's used in the Black culture. Basically, it means to show up and show out. And if you don't know what that means, child, look it up, Urban Dictionary. I don't know where this narrative has came from, but in 2025, if you're not serving looks, if you don't have a Coca-Cola body, if you aren't aesthetically pleasing, you're less than.
So I can speak on the Black experience, but I can't speak for everybody else. So if you're not Black, please stay tuned. A lot of Black people have been made to believe that Blackness or anything associated with like Blackness isn't the best. So when they try to like flex and they try to go out and step, when they try to go out and show out, it's not necessarily a negative thing. They're trying to show like, look, I am financially capable. I am civilized. I am this. I am that. I'm not. There's nothing negative about me. I got this nice clothes. I got this nice jewelry. I am presentable to the world. That's why 50 Cent had this video in it, which I thought was amazing. He was like, "What does white symbolize? It means I'm clean," which is why a white tee and like Air Force Ones are always going to be an option for a dude in the hood, because white has always been a symbol of cleanliness. That's why the white tees, the Air Force Ones, they're real popular in the Black community, because white symbolizes cleanliness. Jewelry symbolizes financial success. A nice car symbolizes financial success. So in the Black community, at least, they're going to put on all these things to show that, look, I'm successful, I'm clean, I'm this, I'm that. However, this has bled to everybody as well, because everybody feels like they need to step. Everybody feels like they need to show that they got it too. Nobody wants to feel like they're struggling. Nobody wants to be poor to the world. The problem is the world don't really care whether you're poor or rich or anything like that. When I see a nice car, when I'm driving down the street, I think to myself, dang, that's nice. And I just keep it pushing. I never have ever stopped anybody and been like, yo, that car, no, that's not true. If it's like a really old classic car, so let's say somebody has like a 69 Mustang, which is one of my dream cars. They have like a 69 Corvette. I love those. I absolutely love those. And I'll be like, yo, what year is that? That's a nice car. It's beautiful. But then I keep it pushing. And that's about it. But even if I didn't say that, it wouldn't make a difference to that person's life. Maybe it does. Maybe that person likes the compliments. Maybe they want to be seen. But at the end of the day, none of that matters. I want you guys to go look at the rest of this video on your own. But the lesson for today is you need to emancipate yourself from these ideas that you need to live up to other people's expectations of you. And the crazy thing is these people don't necessarily have these expectations of you. You set these expectations on yourself and assume that other people can see it. And you assume that other people can see your success and you want people to see your success. You need to free yourself from that. You need to free yourself from the idea that you have to fit a certain aesthetic on the internet. You can post what you want. People don't have to be on your page. You can make your page private. If people are mean to you, you block them. You do not need to fall into the nonsense that happens on social media, because at the end of the day, it's your social media. You can do what you want in it, and you do not need to fall into all that. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery, free your minds, and be easy.